Thanksgiving special. Hear from Ernie Johnson, our G League commentary team, the latest in my team, your 2K TV thanks, and the top plays of the week. Before we get started, 2K TV is on Instagram. For behind-the-scenes access and exclusives you won't find anywhere else, check out the show's account at NBA2K_2KTV.
I'm thankful for my family, and of course, Blacktop Mode.
I'm thankful for my family, my dog, and LeBron going to the Lake Show.
I'm thankful for my friends, my family, and of course, everybody that's out there playing my team. I'm thankful for you. Appreciate you guys.
I'm thankful to my family, my ancestors for what I am. Thankful to my wife for all of your love and support. And of course, I'm thankful to the 2K community, guys. You're awesome.
I'm just thankful for my family, my friends, everyone here. Just really happy that we can enjoy this game so much together.
I'm thankful for my friends here at 2K. I'm also thankful for my cat.
I'm really thankful for a life full of travel, adventures, working on an amazing game, and NBA League Pass having more than one song during breaks.
So I'm thankful for Pink Diamonds, Amethyst, my team, the My Team fans, and everybody else that purchased 2K this year. I hope you guys are having fun and having a happy Thanksgiving.
I'm thankful for discounted plane flights the week before Thanksgiving.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show. Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA Finals on 2K Sports. Game 3 brings us our first change of scenery, but what hasn't changed are my colleagues. At home in any arena, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Hosting the series tonight in Houston, it'll be the Rockets going up against the Chicago Bulls. And guys, for the Bulls, here in the finals, and they remain undefeated in this postseason. They're the undisputed favorites at this point. We'll see if they can continue their unbeaten streak. And coming off a pair of wins at home, they're in the driver's seat. But Kenny, how much does that really mean at this point?
Well, there's a phrase that people say, it's not a series until someone wins on the road. You know,
do you buy into that?
No, not necessarily, because you just don't have to be complacent, and you can just win games and get back into the series.
You know, this game will have probably a different feel to it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
TV.
I'm thankful for my family, and of course, Blacktop Mode.
I'm thankful for my family, my dog, and LeBron going to the Lake Show.
I'm thankful for my friends, my family, and of course, everybody that's out there playing my team. I'm thankful for you. Appreciate you guys.
I'm thankful to my family, my ancestors for what I am. Thankful to my wife for all of your love and support. And of course, I'm thankful to the 2K community, guys. You're awesome.
I'm just thankful for my family, my friends, everyone here. Just really happy that we can enjoy this game so much together.
I'm thankful for my friends here at 2K. I'm also thankful for my cat.
I'm really thankful for a life full of travel, adventures, working on an amazing game, and NBA League Pass having more than one song during breaks.
So I'm thankful for Pink Diamonds, Amethyst, my team, the My Team fans, and everybody else that purchased 2K this year. I hope you guys are having fun and having a happy Thanksgiving.
I'm thankful for discounted plane flights the week before Thanksgiving.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show. Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA Finals on 2K Sports. Game 3 brings us our first change of scenery, but what hasn't changed are my colleagues. At home in any arena, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Hosting the series tonight in Houston, it'll be the Rockets going up against the Chicago Bulls. And guys, for the Bulls, here in the finals, and they remain undefeated in this postseason. They're the undisputed favorites at this point. We'll see if they can continue their unbeaten streak. And coming off a pair of wins at home, they're in the driver's seat. But, Kenny, how much does that really mean at this point?
Well, there's a phrase that people say, it's not a series until someone wins on the road. You know,
do you buy into that?
No, not necessarily, because you just don't have to be complacent, and you can just win games and get back into the series.
You know, this game will have probably a different feel to it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And with us tonight, the author of the 700-page book of basketball, a must-read, Bill Simmons.
It's great to be here, and everyone wants me to rewrite that book, but I don't have it in me. So much has changed in basketball over the last 9 years. I got to redo my Hall of Fame pyramid, but I can't sit down and do it. I think it's going to last.
How long did it take you to write that book?
It was 3 years of my life, but I was younger. Now it would just be coffee all day. Trying to stay awake for it.
But a New York Times bestseller for multiple weeks.
#1. Yeah, it was great. And it taught me that I knew people love basketball, and I think we've seen this decade as basketball has just blossomed into something much bigger than I think it's ever been. I could tell with the book, people liked it.
It's the Chicago Bulls facing the Houston Rockets. Taking a look at Houston. They can't panic, but after losing the first two on the road, you know, there's no question they'll need a win tonight to regain some confidence that they can make this a series.
Yeah, they were unable to steal a game on the road, but now in this third game, it's really do or die. They need a win to keep their championship hope alive.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So the Bulls 5 right now. Markkanen is the 4, with Lopez in the middle. Chris Dunn is out there with Oubre, and it's Parker in at the 3, the small forward. Even before Dwight Howard, Bill, left the Rockets, Clint Capella became the clear heir apparent, seemed at that center position for Houston.
Great pick. I think they took him 25th in that draft. That's about as well as you can do. That's my hope for the Celtics is Rob Williams. They took him 27th, and you just hope he's this guy above the rim, shot blocker, athlete, and kind of teach him everything else.
And here's Harden after the three-pointer from Oubre. Just 5 on the clock. Houston needs to get a shot. The 3 from Anthony. It's hauled in by Dunn. The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Now to Oubre. To Dunn. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And Harden comes to help. Dunn kicks to Markkanen. Over Chris. Markkanen can't get it to go.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Mike D'Antoni. David.
He was pretty upbeat when we spoke, especially considering his team is down 2 games in the finals. He explained his demeanor, saying everyone expected them to hold serve in their building. We feel we can do the same. We have to take 3 here at home, and then we'll be 1 game away from the NBA title when we go back to their arena. Well, confidence is not lacking on this sideline, Kevin. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
Yeah, and he had to be tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
The 3 from Anthony. It's good from long range. Anthony's got his second bucket of the night.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Dunn pitch to Oubre. The pass to Markkanen. Lopez pushes to Oubre. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Oubre's got a point.
Shots are just flowing. Him right now having a really strong quarter.
And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his first foul. This quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Bill in Houston, if there's one critique of James Harden's game, it's been his defense. But do you think that's changing a bit? We've seen some evolving in his game.
It's definitely changing. First of all, he's playing defense now, which has been a revelation.
Jeff Bezdelik, I think, has really gotten his fingerprints on it.
Yeah, good name drop, too, by the way. I like that. Yeah, you know what changes your defense is being picked apart online and Twitter GIFs and YouTube clips and people on studio shows on big, giant HD screens pointing out that you didn't try on this and that you're a matador. And I think that there's been a shaming element of his defense that's actually been successful for him. And I wish we'd had that in the 80s for Dominique Wilkins and some of these other guys. Maybe if we had shamed Dominique Wilkins, maybe we would have played better defense.
Here's Anthony. Chris Dunn making his last shot. No good, unable to end this run. And here we go. Fast break, and AI's got it. For three. That shot off. The Rockets go the other way with it. Anthony kicks to Paul. Back to Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
If there's one thing Paul does best, it's running an offense. Find the best look.
Lopez outside. Pass to Parker. Now Oubre. Covered by Anthony. Oubre can't get it to go.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
Paul kicks to Harden. No good on the three.
It's close to making the defense pay for the lax numbers that
AI outside. Lets it go from deep. It's good. The basket is now 5 for 9.
Yeah, what a quarter for him. Firing on all cylinders, putting this team in a good place.
Paul passes to Harden. To the middle. And Capella with the basket on the assist by Harden.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Bill, you've watched the NBA evolve. Talk about some of the biggest changes over the last decade you've seen.
The three-point line and the threes or foul shots velocity, I think, is the biggest thing. Just the pace of the game has really improved and to a really pleasing way for fans. It's just what Steve Nash was doing last decade and those Suns teams, that everybody's playing that way now. I think the social media and the players basically getting rid of the wall between them and the fans, using social media, using Instagram, and we just feel like we know these guys better. And their ability to control their own message now versus where they were 10 years ago. It all started with the decision of LeBron James and it's carried through this whole decade. And these guys now, they can get whatever message out they want. They can criticize the president. They can criticize their own team. They can ask for a trade. If they get called out by some writer or somebody who writes a hit piece, they can go back at the guy and stick all their fans on the writer.
Now Oubre. James Harden missing on the three. Now here's Paul. Kicks to Capella. 6 on the shot clock. Harden outside. Another miss by Houston.
Not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight, especially in this quarter. A few shots that look like they would fall, but things haven't gone his way.
From deep. Oubre can't get it to go.
And even with his range, that one might be asking a little too much. Well, the truth is, he probably makes this shot a little more often than he should, so it's hard to resist.
Now done, following Chris Paul's three-point attempt. Takes the three. Oubre can't get it to go.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Launches it. Harden can't hit.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working. You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others?
Bill, the way that super teams are being put together right now, good or bad for the league?
I'm confused. I have been watching this league since I was a kid. We've always had super teams. There's never been an era where we didn't. What do people think the Jordan era Bulls were, and what do they think the Shaq, Kobe Lakers were? This is how the league is. I think what bothers people this time around specifically is that the Warriors won 73 games and they added Kevin Durant. Now, I get it. I get why it bothers people. On the other hand, your job as a franchise is to tilt the competitive advantage in any way you can toward your favor. They did a great job building their team. They did a great job building enough cap space for this year that everybody knew was coming. The summer of 2016, we knew the cap was going to jump. And they played it perfectly, and they got Kevin Durant out of it. He played it perfectly, too. He was on a team. He wasn't going to win the title in OKC. He wasn't going to win the title playing with Westbrook. Not to sound like a Durant apologist, but he wants to win a title and beat LeBron James. If you're going to do that, you're going to try to get on the best possible team you can.
So for the Rockets, Gerald Green comes in for James Harden. And it's Brandon Knight in for Paul. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Chicago. Now here's Anthony. 7 points in the game. And Bill, we were discussing how teams are constructed in recent years. The changes in 2016 to cap space. How Kevin Durant landed with the Warriors.
I see the analogy that, it's like stacking a pickup game and just grabbing the best 4 guys and just beating people on a pickup court for 4 hours. But that's the thing. The league isn't a pickup game. The league, everyone operates by the same rules. And the Warriors,
everybody had a shot in.
Everyone had a shot. The Celtics had a shot. He didn't want to interview with the Lakers. The Knicks had cap space. They didn't have a chance. The Wizards had cap space. He was from Maryland. Didn't want to go there. So, I think the Warriors should get a little more credit for how smart they were that year.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy. How about the quarter he's having? Tremendous execution on the offensive end, helping to further fuel this lead.
Knight kicks to Green. Bill, several of your books have been bestsellers. How did it feel to see your work so well received around the world?
I think I was really happy that the basketball book did well because I spent a long time writing it. It was 700 pages. And when it got mailed to me, it was so big, I thought people would just be terrified of it. And,
I think they embraced it.
Yeah, I think they did. They liked it. I designed it for people to be able to put on their toilet or bring on an airplane or whatever they want to do with it. But I was always amazed that there wasn't a basketball book that tried to kind of group all these other books and some of the opinions and all the misinformation. Like the fact that, honestly, the reason I wanted to write the book was just that people thought Will Chamberlain was better than Bill Russell. And yet every single thing written in the 60s was that Bill Russell was better. And all the players would say Bill Russell was better. And when they played together, Bill Russell's team won. So it's like, how do we get to the point where people think Will Chamberlain was better? So it was that and some other stuff that made me want to write the book.
The Bulls leading by 12. AI outside. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Anthony. Rockets shooting only around 32% so far in this one. The offense looking a bit off kilter. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. Here are the NBA's top scorers during this postseason as shown on the 2K leaderboard. Where you look at Oubre leading the league in points per game. Such a great player. And, of course, James Harden.
And whether it's been attacking off the bounce or pulling up, both these guys have been lighting it up.
And that one falls for Knight. Knight hits them both.
And this is what we've come to expect from him. This type of consistency from the line.
Levine kicks to Oubre. 54 seconds left to play in the first. Back to Levine. Pass to Oubre. Down low. Green with the block. And he recovers it. And the shot goes in. Rockets trail by 12. White with it. He kicks to Anthony. 27 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
And if that doesn't get too fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg just with the top to order. That's some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Not only does that dunk help him cut into this lead, but it gives this team a real confidence boost too.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Speaking of Bobby Portis, he's going to fight, he's going to scrap, he's going to give you maximum effort every night.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. 15 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Levine against Knight. Pass to Anthony. With 2 seconds left. No good on that one. And so it's Chicago. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league. They've been doing a great job shutting down James Harden. And don't go away. We'll be right back. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland. He said,
even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And we're set to get started again for the next bit of action in this Game 3. And, guys, we've seen a confident-looking Bulls team out there.
I mean, through one, you have to like the effort, especially on that defensive end.
There are several ways, as you know, to take control of a game. Getting stops is one of them.
They've got Brandon Knight. Anthony is out there with Nene. Then it's Ennis, and it's Gordon in at the 2 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Rockets delivered quite a performance. He had an incredible number of points and was diming everybody up with an incredible assist game, setting up his teammates all night long. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
Thanks, David, for another reminder of just what an unbelievable performance that was.
One that everyone's still talking about tonight. He dominated that game in just about every way possible.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what he's got in store for us tonight. Maybe he tops himself again. I think he just might do it.
Bill, we know about the love affair you have with the NBA, and you've written about it for so long. Started with the $4 ticket in Boston with your dad.
Yeah, my dad bought season tickets for the 1973-74 Boston Celtics, and it was only one ticket. And I think it was $4 a game, probably like $160 total. And he used to carry me in mainly because they didn't want to pay for a babysitter. So I started going to games that year, probably sleeping through a lot of them. And they won the title.
How old were you in 76?
So I was 4.
4 years old.
I'm not going to lie. I don't remember anything from that season. The first season I remember is the year later when they lost before the finals. And then the year later, when the famous finals against Phoenix, the triple overtime game, I was there.
Was Cowens on that team?
Cowens, Havlicek,
Yep.
JoJo White.
Yep.
And I was at the triple overtime game in the 76 finals. Was probably the most famous NBA game ever. Of the, the kids out there now would nominate like Game 7, 2015 or something. Triple overtime game was the most famous game ever. And I slept through the entire second half and the first overtime.
Oh, no.
But then woke up because everybody was standing the whole second overtime, so I had to get up.
Justin Holiday's checked in for Denzel Valentine. And so Levine will bring it up now for the Bulls. They've led by as many as 14 points. Oubre, a three-pointer is right on target. Oubre's got 26 points.
Okay, even after all those three-pointers he hit in that first quarter, looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
Timeout called the Rockets. We've seen AI really making a difference here.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to run him off his spots out there. He is rolling.
And the Rockets making a change here. Chris is checked in. Knight kicks to Gordon. Outside Knight. Outside Gordon. Lets the three fly. The Rockets again can't hit. The Bulls leading by 12. AI outside. Another three for Chicago.
And until someone stops him, he's just going to continue to keep firing from distance.
He does a great job, in my opinion, of finding space along the perimeter and has the touch to knock these down.
Always a spirited debate, Bill, around the NBA. Which team was the best ever? I know you have an opinion on a lot of this.
Yeah, I used to feel really strongly about my opinion on this, but I think basketball has changed so much over this decade that I'm not even positive how you could compare what this Warriors team is versus what I always thought the 86 Celtics were the best team. But the 86 Celtics were built, I always compared it to a hockey team on a power play where you're just trying to get closer and closer to the net and crowd the net, and they were just built around getting layups and the best possible shots. The Warriors are built around math and shooting threes and spacing the floor. And if you took the 86 Celtics and indoctrinated them in that style for 5 years, they all would have been shooting threes, and they probably would have done it better than the Warriors, but I don't know. So I almost have like the before-after with theirs. I think the Warriors are the best team of the math era, but I still think the 86 Celtics were the best start-to-finish season anyone's had. The dark horse for me was the 01 Lakers, the second Lakers team. When Shaq and Kobe, they won the year before, rocky first few months, and then they figured out whatever they needed to figure out. Phil Jackson probably sprinkled some Zen fairy dust on them or whatever he did, and they just ripped through the league. And they came very close to going undefeated in the playoffs. That would be my dark horse.
And the dunk by Capella.
The eyes of Chris Paul. He's always had tremendous vision.
The Bulls leading by 14. Dunn dishes to Oubre. From downtown, connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
The Rockets have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. It's Harden with the drive.
And Harden proving why he's an elite ball handler. Absolutely cutting the D to pieces with his move.
Dunn kicks to Oubre. From deep. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Bill, we know in your writing that you love to incorporate pop culture references. How did that begin with you?
Well, it began because in college I was dropping them in columns and people were responding. I think pop culture probably mattered more when I was in college in the 80s and 90s because, we didn't have the internet back then. It was harder to connect with people you didn't know. Basically, you had sports and pop culture and politics. Those were the three ways. If I'm getting to know you, what are the three things we're talking about? I didn't want to talk about politics with anybody, so the other two things for me were sports, pop culture. I was also an only child in the 70s with only 5 or 6 TV channels watching Brady Bunch, Partridge Family, Sanford and Son, Jefferson's, Good Times, all that stuff. And, that stuff just soaks into your DNA, and that's it.
This kicks to Harden. Harden missing again.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And Dylan, talking about the connection between pop culture, sports, and basketball during your career, through it all, you've always been a writer, though, haven't you?
Always been a writer. That was the only child of me. The thing is, though, I would have watched more basketball, but basketball wasn't us. I try to explain this to people, how lucky they are to be able to watch.
They can't believe these finals were taped away.
Well, but think about the day-to-day, right? Like Magic Johnson. I feel like I saw his whole career, but I really didn't. Like, his first couple of years in L.A., I think CBS was only showing, 6 or 7 regular season games. In the playoffs, they would bump them off.
Yep.
USA, I think, got the contract in maybe 1982, but for the most part, I love George Gervin. I probably saw him play in person twice, and I saw him on TV maybe 10 times, 12 times. And now I could watch Giannis every day. And if Giannis dunks, I can see it on Twitter 5 minutes later, 5 seconds later. So I think people are lucky. You guys should appreciate how lucky you are out there.
Here's Oubre, and he's got 41. Shoots the three, and out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And while we have a chance, let's now take a look at the NBA's season assist leaders. When you look at Oubre, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists. And, of course, Chris Paul, right ahead of him.
I think these two guys are having a little personal competition here in the playoffs to see who finished with the most assists.
CP3 stopped and go, drew the foul on that play.
First trip to the line for him here, and he makes the first. At the line for two. Both free throws good from Paul.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
The pass to Markkanen. AI outside. The dish to Dunn. Out to Parker. Lots of room. Again, Chicago.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
And stolen by Dunn.
Good eyes by the defense. Clearly, that's not where he wanted the pass to go, and he's frustrated.
Oubre, good.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Harden finds Paul. Here's Harden on the wing, covered by Oubre. 6 to shoot. Puts it up from 12. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
I mean, he's struggling, hitting a low percentage of his shots this quarter.
That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got 3 assists tonight.
And when you're on the road, this is how you silence the crowd. Tremendous all-around play.
It's led to a big lead. Credit the leadership on this team. They've kept everyone focused on what matters.
And stolen by Dunn. Passes it to Oubre, pulls it up, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
He's in control when it matters, giving them a tremendous advantage right here.
And it's Paul with the ball for the Rockets. Pass to Chris. Kicks it to Harden. Will it go? Drops in the tray. Harden's got 7 now in this quarter.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Markkanen passes to Oubre. Three-pointer. The offensive rebound. Parker. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
They've settled into a nice groove.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Welcome back to our coverage of the NBA Finals. More action straight ahead. Really an incredible game from AI.
And so far, he's giving them great production from deep. They've been able to kind of spread the floor because of it.
You see the defense trying to make an adjustment, but it's hard when he's hitting from that far away.
So for Chicago right now, Parker and Markkinen, your small and power forward. Oubre out there with Dunn, and it's Lopez in at the 5.
He just said, hey, put the team on my back, and I'm going to take you the rest of the way.
Here's Harden. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Dunn kicks to Markkinen. AI outside. Dunn dishes to Lopez. Markkinen passes to Oubre. And a miss there on the triple. The Rockets shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Anthony can't hit.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Oubre. And the 3 off target. Here's Houston now. Shoots. And off the 5, and in it goes. And that's 13 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And Melo's jumper is pure. You feel like it's going in every time he gets a clean look at the rim.
AI outside, and Paul over to help. Back to Dunn. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
One of the stronger point guards we have, Chris Dunn, often does his best work in the paint.
And here's Harden. He's got 12. Here's Capella, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Capella's got 6.
I'll tell you, there's no quitting him when it comes to the offensive glass.
AI outside. Here's Dunn. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Anthony's got 4 rebounds in this game. Paul against Dunn. And a little luck that time, but it drops. 9 points for Chris Paul.
With Paul's skills, whether it's off the dribble or off the catch, the mid-range area is money.
Oubre kicks to Dunn. Back to Oubre. Dunn outside. Out to AI. That's in. An assist from Dunn. Dunn's got his 5th assist in this one. It's Harden.
Terrific. Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
And that was an unleashed chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim. Here's Oubre. Here's Dunn. Great pass to set up the lay-in. He's got 8.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And Kevin, they've been committing a lot of turnovers here. Taking care of the basketball is the #1 priority right now in that huddle. They've got to tighten it up.
And as he's checked in for Anthony. And Chicago also making a switch. Justin Holiday's checked in for Parker. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd. And Chris throws it down.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Dunn kicks to Lopez. Back to Dunn. Pass to Oubre. Over Harden. Another bucket. Wow.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Ennis passes to Chris. All against Dunn. 5 to shoot. It's all in by the Bulls.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And Holiday kicks to Oubre. All against Dunn. Over Paul. Dunn misses.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's foul number 2 for him. Chicago making a switch here. Ashik's checked in. Here's Harden. And it comes off the front of the rim.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Oubre passes to Markkanen. Back to Oubre. Dishes it to Markkanen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good on the bucket.
Comfortable on the offensive end. Markkanen drawing contact, but maintains his focus.
Paul against Dunn. Oubre with the steal. Dunn kicks to Oubre. He dishes it to Markkanen. Feeds it to Ashik. The kick out to Holiday. Oubre passes to Markkanen. And that one drops. Markkanen's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. Hits the three-point foul.
And that evens things out. He had a 3 early in the first half. Now gets 1 in the second.
Dunn with it. He's picked up by Paul. Oubre dishes to Markkanen. And Holiday kicks to Oubre. Good. That's another bucket. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Paul finds Harden. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Harden's got 19 points.
He has flat out dominated this quarter, hitting shots at will. Yet they still find themselves behind.
Here's Oubre. A three-pointer, no good.
Yeah, and he had to be tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
From deep, Harden. No good that time. And the Bulls going the other way now. And Holiday kicks to Oubre. To the right side. Back to Markkanen. AI left side. Just 4 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Harden. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Oubre. And again, Chicago. No good. And so it's Paul with it. Get it up for the Houston Rockets. Harden outside. And that's good for 2. Harden's got 12 points now in the quarter.
His marksmanship this quarter has been unbelievable, yet they still trail in this game.
Dunn kicks to Oubre. Back to Dunn. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Harden. Lays it up and banks it in. Harden's got 23.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
Oubre passes to Markkanen. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
Houston making some changes. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Green comes in for James Ennis. And Gordon subbed in for Paul. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Carter, he's checked in for Ashik. Bobby Portis comes in for Markkanen. Valentine's checked in for Justin Holiday. And Levine subbed in for Chris Dunn. He gets that one. 13 points for Zach Levine.
Sometimes when Levine doesn't want to challenge at the rim, he goes to the floater.
Outside, Green. Back to Harden. Takes a three. Oubre pulls it in. Oubre's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Carter, and then Carter with the dunk.
That's an excellent pass. On time, on target. Great teamwork.
Here's Gordon. Now the pass to Chris. He kicks it to Harden. And here's Green outside. Oubre pulls it in. Levine feeling it out a bit. AI outside. Carter on the wing. Bobs it up for Levine. And Levine throws it down.
You love the execution here. Well-timed pass. Zach Levine showing off that 41-inch vertical.
Harden outside. Down low. Now Chris. Harden lets up. And the can by Harden.
I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
AI outside. Up top, Portis. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
Outside, Gordon. Over in the corner, Green. There's the dish to Nene. Kicks it out to Gordon. Drains the three-pointer. Gordon's got his second bucket tonight.
So many of Gordon's shots come from three-point range because he drains so many of them. When you've had his kind of success from beyond the arc, you're always going to have the green light.
From 13, the putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
There's 57 seconds left to play in the third. Harden outside. Tipped away. Now here's Oubre. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. And really deep three that time.
I mean, defensively, you have to close out harder than that.
Houston's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And so Houston again turning it over. Anthony's checked in for the Rockets. Brandon Knight comes in for James Harden. And the Bulls... That free throw good from Harden.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
The engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. Gordon is out there with Nene, and it's Capella in at the 5 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
And every time you think he can't hit another,
Paul dishes to Harden. Trying to find Capella, gets it to him. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handle and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
Carter right side. Back to Oubre. That's in there. Carter with the assist. 69 points for AI.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Here is Harden. Trey. Rebound by the Bulls. Ashik's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First free throw is good. Houston with a big group substitution here. E.J. Tucker, he's in for Nene. James Ennis comes in for Gordon. Green, he's stepped in for James Harden. And Knight subbed in for Chris Paul. And here's Knight. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Passes it to Tucker. Back to Knight. Takes it to Capella. Just 5 to shoot. The shot from the low post is good. Capella's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's done his job tonight scoring the basketball, but they've still been outplayed overall.
Payne passes to Oubre. Back to Payne. To the left side wing. AI outside. Fires the three. And yep, another basket.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Knight taking his time here. And it's Capella missing.
That's one of his shots in his arsenal, but it was terrific rim protection.
AI outside. Pass to Payne. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Brandon Knight.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
At the line of Bulls, Tim Payne. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And the second free throw, good. Rockets shooting 32% in the fourth, perhaps looking a bit tight.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
From past the arc, drains it from beyond the arc.
Because he's inconsistent from range, the defense dares him to take that shot. Bad gamble there.
Now here's Payne. He's covered closely. AI outside. Back to Payne. And Payne slams it in.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sight.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Green kicks to Capella. Pass to Knight. Inside, here's Green. Doesn't go for it. Great defense that time from Oubre.
And Game 3 of the NBA Championship Series is all but in the books. Congrats are in order tonight on an outstanding effort and a well-deserved victory for the Bulls.
2 times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for AI.
He plays with such intelligence, creating good angles for the pass, hitting guys where they can do something with it, trying to make the most of every possession tonight.
This is the paint. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And he knocks down the first one. The Rockets making a switch here. Nene's checked in. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Here's Green. It's hauled in by the Bulls. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Payne kicks to Oubre. The 3, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. More seconds left to play here in the fourth. Outside Holiday. Back to Oubre. Shot clock at 5. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Here's Payne, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
And just staying aggressive, continuing to extend that lead.
They left nothing to chance. This is how you close out.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. You have to think at this point, up 3-zip. It's only a matter of time now, Greg, until this series is in the books.
This victory all but seals the deal. As strong as they look throughout this game and this series, I'll be shocked if they don't close it out in Game 4.
Well, that'll do it. Thanks for joining us for Game 3 of the NBA Finals. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
I'm pretty sure this one's going on my highlight reel, guys. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Great game, guys. AI, you got a second?
Yeah, what's up, Charlie?
Guys in the studio have a few questions for you.
All right.
Media alcove right this way.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back. What a game and what a season. I'm Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith by my side, and now we welcome via headset the NBA Finals MVP.
Hey, Shaq here. Watching tonight, I thought your ability to create for others was the key ingredient. Was that the idea coming in?
Well, actually, when I'm playing out there, I actually try not to think about anything. When I got a clear mind and I get more of a zen feeling, and the game comes naturally at that point. So I just try to focus in on passing, and that's when I start second-guessing everything, and everything kind of just falls apart. So I was happy I could make some plays, set some guys up, and, hopefully the fans enjoyed it too.
Did you say zen? Phil Jackson's going to like that. Back to you, Ernie.
And that'll do it for tonight's NBA Finals coverage. For Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you for more high-stakes NBA Finals action coming up soon.
Here you go.